Hello, YouTubers, friends, compatriots. Bootlickers, shills, deaths, search, peasants, vassals, minions, meat sacks. I'm usually welcome. It's kind of dark in here. I don't usually do videos at night, but I felt this one was important. So it turns out that Ukraine has accepted the U.S. ceasefire proposal and the moving forward with some kind of peace agreement. So this is a big deal. The arrangement was made in Saudi Arabia, and Zelensky immediately did a video response and said that he has accepted it. And we don't really know the details yet, but as far as I know, the offer by the United States doesn't include membership in NATO, and theoretically has a offer to Russia of uh, them holding on to the contested areas, the Donbass in Ukraine. So I assume that those are still part of the deal, which makes it really surprising to me that Zelensky has accepted it. So we'll have to see what the details are. So now they're taking it to Russia to submit it to Putin and see what he says. And of course, Putin has made it clear that there's not going to be any NATO membership for Ukraine, and he seems to be pretty adamant about the breakaway regions of Ukraine, 1/5 of Ukraine, the Donbass, remaining in Russian hands. So, very interesting development. And of course, Trump's uh, very hard strategy seems to have worked. He cut off all weapon shipments and intelligence sharing with Ukraine, made it clear they needed to go to the table, and they must have really read him the riot act, because now he's fully on board with this agreement, and apparently has gotten a long-term agreement on security for Ukraine. And I assume it doesn't mean any boots on the ground or any peacekeepers at this point. But apparently, within minutes of Putin accepting this agreement, everything is going to go silent on the Ukraine front, and that includes, as Zelensky pointed out, all weapon systems, everything in the air, everything on the water, everything on the ground, and a 30-day ceasefire. So, of course, we can expect anything to happen with just a 30-day ceasefire. Of course, there was a ceasefire agreement between the Ukraine and Donbass 10 years ago, and Ukraine completely violated it, and we had 8 years of Ukrainian attacks on the Donbass, all under the guise of a ceasefire. So, but obviously Ukraine is only one player in this. Russia is the major player, and it'll be interesting to see if Putin accepts the terms. We may have a ceasefire, and if we have a ceasefire, we move potentially that much closer to peace. And needless to say, it'd be quite a feather in Trump's cap if he manages to pull this off, and his strong arm tactics with both Ukraine and Russia paying off. Because, of course, as we know, Trump bullied Russia and Putin to the table as well, threatening them with extensive tariffs. Here we go again with tariffs, threatening them with not only continued sanctions, which he was planning to ease, but instigating a broad spectrum of tariffs in order to get Russia to the table. So, wow, this is a big deal, and that's why I'm doing it here at night. And it'll be interesting to see how it unfolds tomorrow, and we'll find out more about the terms. But as I've been pointing out in my videos lately, I've been on board with a lot of Trump's policies. I've been having a real difficulty with Trump and the way he's been doing things for the last couple weeks. But this would be a huge step for Ukraine, a huge step for Russia, a huge step for the United States, and a huge step for the world. I hope it holds. I'm useful idiot. Don't you be one too.